Hi, it's me, the autistic Gen X software dev with anxiety and depression, but some call me Tim. And today, I wanted to talk to you about sportsball, but I started doing a video about it and it just kind of petered off and I didn't really have anywhere to go with it. I was just talking about how I don't like to watch sports, and I thought I could generate an entire 10-minute video about how I don't like to watch sports. But it turns out that after you don't like to watch sports, there's not a lot to talk about without talking about the sports that you don't like, which defeats the whole point of the thing. So I deleted that video and I fired it up again. It may be a mistake that I don't have a script. I don't know what I'm really going to talk about. And I get up here and I blather on. And part of me says, well, if I had a script and I had better clickbait thumbnails and better titles and stuff, maybe I'd get into the algorithm and people would see it. And then another part of me is like, yeah, well, but I think I would want to watch this guy do this. If I was subscribed to him, I wouldn't mind a 10-minute video of him just ranting and talking to himself. I'm not sure that I'm normal, though. So having said all that, I'm not a sports fan. Son-in-law is, his dad is, my mother is, I have stepbrother that is. Lots of people I've known were into sports ball. My best friend in high school was the varsity's center. Whoever snaps the ball, I don't know. He was the guy to snap the ball. And it didn't matter that he played football and I didn't. It never really came up. You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever. He would do that. It wasn't like, it didn't rule his life. Like some people, that was their identity. They're on the varsity football team and they're the greatest thing ever. And other guys like my friend were just like, yeah, I play football. The end. And so that's about how long the talk went. I didn't have much else to talk about. And so here I sit. I was actually getting ready to do some other stuff. And I thought, oh man, I didn't do a video today. I should do a video. And honestly, I haven't been thinking anything about the video or what I'm going to do. I've kind of hit this weird place, being unemployed, where I'm starting to feel good. Like I'm starting to feel better. Like we forgot eggs. So yesterday I had to go to the store and get eggs. And this is the kind of thing that if I'm having a bad day, if I'm depressed, this is going to shut me down. I can't spend 2 days stressing about it. And I was just like, well, there's a U-Bake pizza right next to the grocery store. So I'll get some pizza on there. Text my wife, hey, you need anything? Yep. She sent me a cryptic message to get some stuff for kids. And I'm like, okay. And I just did it. Like, what's the big deal? And it's funny too, because there'll be something that my wife asked me to do. And I know that it's something in the past that I have just complained about. And then today I'm like, well, babe, you could ask me. I don't mind doing that. And she looks at me like, who the hell are you? Has an alien possessed my husband? Because I don't know. And yeah, I realized something is that I have tasks that I do, and there's a lot of things that my wife has asked me to do, and there's a lot of things she doesn't ask me to do. Or when I do it, she gets like, wow, you did the thing, It's like, I don't always have the gas. I'm not always able to do these things. But when I am, like, let me do it. If you don't let me do it when I'm in the mood, I don't learn how to do it. I have a big problem with contractors, because what'll happen is my wife will set up a thing like the handyman is coming. Well, like with the dishwasher, she's been dealing with this stuff. I was in the military. I'm out of the country. I'm like on a job. I'm gone for a week. She would deal with all this shit. And same when I'm working and going to school, and she would deal with it all. And so I have no chops for doing these things. And now I'm the house husband, right? I'm like the stay-at-home dad without kids. She goes to work and she's like, do all these things. And I'm like, I don't know how. She's like, what do you mean you don't know how? I mean, you've like set up over 300 different contractors over our, decades of marriage. And I haven't. I don't have any chops for what to do when they show up. When they don't show up, when they call and say they're going to be late, or when they get here and they have the wrong color thing, or they change their price, or they're just a jerk. This does happen a lot. I don't know if you can relate out there, but I was always taught to be a man, right? That there are things that men do and things that women do. And I never really learned how to do any of the stuff that men do, right? And so a lot of times I will get embarrassed or feel inferior if a handyman comes here. And there have been some in the past, not all, some, where it's like, where they're alpha male red pill douchebags. And it's like, how come you can't do this? What kind of man are you? Like, it's like, a smart one. Sorry. I'm not going to look down on you because you can't program computers, right? My family, probably correctly, kept tools away from me. Like, it's not a good idea. My wife, if I was like, hey babe, I'm going to fix that. Probably if I brought a drill upstairs and turned it on, she would come running. What the hell are you doing? Is everything okay? What are you doing? Why do I hear the drill? And I see TikToks and shit of like the women doing this. Yeah, well, you know what? It's not women and men. There's not manly shit and womanly shit. It's just what you grew up with. If you lived in New York your whole life, you don't know how to mow the grass. Okay. It's nothing to do with being a man. And I do hate so much, having other guys come to the house and sometimes they bully me. Sometimes like they're toxic masculine male and they don't know how to deal with me. I'm not any of that at all, right? I don't care. I don't care about sports. I don't care about cars. I don't care about guns. There's very few things that manly men do that I care about. I don't hunt, fish. I don't camp. I don't know. I guess riding dirt bikes is probably the most manly thing. That and being in the army and jumping out of helicopters and shooting people. I never really shot people, but that was pretty manly. That was pretty hoo-ah. It's funny how I excelled at that when all of the manly men from my unit went and freaking failed. Anyway, I digress. So my talk about how sports ball people are part of a tribe and that they feel good being part of a tribe, I understand, but I just want to say one thing. If you're a sports ball fan and you say, we won, but then you say they lost when talking about your team, you should rethink what it is about the sports that you like, because you're not being genuine enough. If you win when they win, you also lose when they lose. To make it a double standard, there's something else going on there. Also, don't wear or wash your shirt. Don't have like a shirt you can't ever wash and be stinky coming around. No, we don't need any of that. Not that I know anybody does that. I just see that on TV. But yeah. So I guess that's it. Oh, and as somebody pointed out in my comments, because I was saying I need an end phrase. Apparently I already have one, and I've been doing it all the videos, and I didn't even realize it. So, don't forget to do all the things for the algorithm, like, comment, subscribe, all those things. And until next time, peace.